Welcome to our specialized session during our fast. Be planted to flourish. We want to look at how a woman can be planted and flourish in her health. What I'm about to share is from an amazing book that I read. Credit has to be given to who is due. The title of the book is Fast Like a Girl by Dr. Mandy Perez. Dr. Mandy, if you ever heard this, thank you for investing in humanity and for investing in women. This book is a phenomenal book for all the genders. I know that for women, it's an addition. It's a plus for women, but every human should read this book. Like she said in the book, if you're a man, you're reading it, it will help you understand your wife better. And it's true. For a child of God, this is not a replacement of the Bible, but the knowledge in here is tremendous. It will help you prepare well for the different stages that we go through in our 28 days. Some people have 21 days cycle, some people have 30 days cycle. It will help you to know what to expect. The knowledge, like I said, is tremendous. There are some challenges we go through due to hormonal changes, the hormones that are, are, are prevalent during the different seasons of our menstrual cycle. It will help you prepare for the demands of all the different hormones, which are not many. She really breaks it down, and I will help us to see the breakdown and give us necessary information that we can use after this session. It's also really powerful for any male that has a daughter to know this so you can help her, or a parent with a female child. This is super loaded information that will help. According to our advice, we should teach our children as young as puberty, as soon as they hit their menstrual cycle or their clothes. So we can have conferences for 8 to 10 years old to teach them how to, she said fast like a girl, but also you can say eat like a girl because it's really helpful. Some fun facts before we go into the deep teaching. Do you know that your skin changes itself? It can be completely replaced. The cells of the skin can be completely replaced between 2 to 4 weeks. So that's why sometimes, or when you fast, you see your body is looking clean because cells are new. The cells are being renewed. Your inside, your intestines, your gut, it can be replaced completely in 5 days. Your liver, that liver you see can be completely replaced. The cells in the liver can, meaning if you stop doing the things that were damaging the cells in your liver, you start doing things that build your liver. It takes between 100 to about 500 days for it to be brand new. Cool facts, right? All right, let's go into the deep of the matter. So women have what we call the menstrual cycle. And the menstrual cycle for this particular study and the way she puts it in her book, we're going to assume that every woman has a menstrual cycle that is 28 days. So she goes into detail to show us the hormones. The first few days of your cycle, the hormonal graph. If you have a book, you can open to the PDF session. It's powerful. Hormonal graph is in PDF 2. And then the focus of our teaching is in PDF 5. Now, when you go to PDF 5, she divides the menstrual cycle into 4 phases. The first phase, write something down if you're a woman listening to me. The first phase is called the power phase. At that point, you have power to do anything you want to do. Now I'm going to go straight into it. That's when you can fast the longest. That's where you can walk out like anything. It's called power phase because you have power to do anything. And this is from the first day of your menses, means the day it drops, number 1 day to number 10. Write that down. Just you can even write only the numbers. Power days are what? From day 1 to 10. That's when you can even fast. If you like to fast a 10 days water fast, you can do it during that period because you have the energy to do that. You have the strength to do it. The kind of food that you eat in this phase is called ketobiotic. I'll break it down. Keto there means food that are rich in fat. You eat more fatty food, for example, nuts, avocado, salmons. And the biotic there now is vegetable, keto biotic. You eat food that are rich in healthy fat, and then vegetable. It will be something like a smoothie where you put avocado and blueberries together, something like that. A dish where you do like salads or sauerkraut, a dish where you do something like salad sauerkraut with salmon. If you're a meat eater, then you do like a butcher box steak, meaning it has a lot of fat, healthy enough good fat for your body. That's a keto biotic, keto, meaning high in fat and high in vegetable biotic, right? During this stage, she also talks about the kind of exercise you can do. This stage is where you can do high intensity exercises. This stage, if you have to lift weight, don't lift heavy weight. Lift weights that are not heavy, but do a lot of reps because you have the energy to burn. What else did she say in this stage? So those are the foods you eat during this stage. Now, the power phase is very yummy because we have two power phases. The first power phase is day what? Day 1 to 10. The second power phase comes up on day 16 to 19. Day 16 to 19. So write that down, and you will do the same thing that you do on the first day to the 10th day of your menses. Now, the hormones are the really big deal here. If you eat the way you like, you eat the way you want, your hormones are going to pepper you. Because he said something, he said, if I was a hormone and I'm in a restaurant, if you go back to the first graph in this PDF, you see that clearly. Let me go to the first one again. I think I took my PDF almost to the end. All right, let's go back to PDF. PDF, awesome. If you go back to PDF 1, it lets you know that during your menstrual phase, the hormone that is really high right here, if you look at the hormonal graph, you see that both estrogen and progesterone they are being produced at that time. They are available in your body. Now, these hormones, what they want from you, what they need to feed. So if it's if estrogen was in a restaurant, estrogen will order for vegetable. Estrogen will order for what again? I just told us, healthy fats. So if you are estrogen and you sit in a restaurant and you order for vegetable and fat, and they come and give you maybe potatoes, right? Starchy vegetable, you will not want it. You'll be grumpy. So that's why these things are important, because you want to know what to fit your body at a certain stage in your life so that you can get the most out of your food and out of life. Now, the thing is, if you fit your hormones right, you enjoy it because it gives you a lot of energy. It gives you a lot of peace. Your body is stable and is at peace. Amazing, right? Now, when you now go to the next power phase is the same thing. Remember the other power phase, which is 16 to what? 19, day 16 to 19. Powerful. Now let's come to the middle part, which is, I did that intentionally. From day 1 to 10 is the power phase. And we have two power phases. The first one is day 1 to 10. The second one is day 16 to 19. The phase that is between these two power phases is called the manifestation phase. Why does she use the word manifestation? Remember power, I said you have all the energy and everything. Now, this manifestation phase is when most women will ovulate. They are manifesting their womanhood. They are releasing the egg, ovulation, right? Manifestation, you're showing up, I'm the it. So at this stage, remember at the power phase, you can fast the longest. You can decide to fast those entire 10 days. and hit some water fast, or what kind of fast? He said you can do that. All the power phases, you can do that. But in this manifestation phase, you cannot fast too long, because at this point, your body needs energy. It needs power to release the egg. But then it does not need you beating and doing too much hard work. So you can fast, but your fast should not be more than 17 hours. What kind of food should you eat? She calls them hormonal feasting, hormone feasting food. What are examples of hormone feasting food? Nuts are still part of hormone feasting food. So you see that nut is like something you can eat your entire cycle, your entire life. Fat, healthy fats. Like I'll go and read some of them for us very soon. I'll go to a page where she talks detailedly about the food. I think we should know about this food. During this stage or phase, it's surprising that that's the stage where you should lift heavy weights, because that's the point where your muscles are firmer, they are stronger, in the sense that if you lift, you will not get in trouble even during this stage. So that stage is day 11 to 15. 11 to 15, it's called the manifestation. Manifestation, why? Because you're manifesting your womanhood, you're releasing your ovulation, your egg for fertilization. This is also the time where a woman looks super prettier and more beautiful, because you want to attract the man to come and fertilize the egg. You see how these things work? Anyway, let's leave that one. That was extra. Let's go now from the 19. Remember, 16 to 19, you still your power phase, right? So power phases recap. Day 1 to 10, power phase. Day 16 to 19, power phase. Day 11 to 15, manifestation phase. You say, let's read it chronologically. Okay, fine. Day 1 to 10, power phase. Day 11 to 15, manifestation phase. Day 16 to 19, power phase. The last phase, the fourth one, it's called the nurture phase. At this time, your egg is broken, your entire body is grumpy, it's like, eh. But then there's something very cool that happens. As you let go of that old egg, you start producing a new one. But that new one cannot be manifested until the old one is shed away, is broken back in your menstrual cycle, right? But at this stage called the nurture phase, she says no fasting. Zero fasting. This is the season where, or the time in a woman's cycle, from day 20th until you bleed. So 8 days in a row, no fasting. Now that's for somebody who don't have a focus, though. I have seen, even in her book, I can tell you, because I've seen in her book where, because in this book, oh my goodness, she gives you fasting protocols to heal all kinds of diseases. We're going to read a few of them, just going through. But during this nurture phase, she said absolutely no fasting. Then the food that you eat is like the same food that you ate during your manifestation phase. So in her book, she only has 2 categories of food approach to food. So during your hormone feasting food, what are some of the examples? I said I'm going to read them, right? So let's go to page. If you're following me on the PDF, then we'll be going to page 79, page 79. It's a page that will give you a summary of all the foods that you should eat in the different seasons. 79. So ketobiotic food, when you're doing ketobiotic, meaning you're in those in the power phases, you don't eat too much carbohydrate. Means like your vegetables don't have too much carbohydrate. You eat them, you eat some protein, enough protein, but you eat plenty of healthy fat. Hormonal food, you eat a lot of healthy carbs, not bread, not processed food. You eat nature's carbs. That's how she calls them, nature's carbs. And that would be, I'll read the list. Let's keep going. I'll read the list. She talks about women eating to build their estrogen, which is so powerful. She named things that we can eat during this period, nuts like almonds, Brazilian nut, cashews, walnut, pine nut, pumpkin seed, sun seed. All of these are nuts that you can eat during this period. And then she goes ahead to give us the kind of fruits that you can eat when you're building your hormones, meaning during your power phase. You eat cabbage, spinach, sprout, onion, broccoli, cauliflowers, strawberries, blueberries, cranberries. And then she gives us food that will build our muscles. If you're a woman that wants to build muscles, be strong, um, we're not there yet. Let me read this one. Progesterone building food, the food that you eat during your manifestation phase and your nurturing phase, when you're releasing your eggs and when you're about to shed the eggs out. This is what you're eating. You eat white potatoes, red potatoes, sweet potatoes. You're eating veggies, but you're eating starchy veggies. Beets, pumpkin, squash. So why? Because the hormone that is at that time is progesterone, and that's what the progesterone is requesting. If you do it, you enjoy that period. And fruits that you need to eat is tropical fruits. Those are the kind of fruits that you eat. And like I said, I'm now on PDF 100. If you have that book, this PDF is even on the audio. I'm so happy that they sent the PDF with the audio. So I'm actually opening up from the audio. She goes ahead to tell us that if you want to be healthy, when you fast, always make sure that you break your fast with foods that are building your body. She said fasting is like tearing down bad things from your garden, taking down out the weeds. But then it will not be wise to take out the weeds and not plant flowers. I said, that's right. So if you take out weeds from your garden, you're a wise person. The next thing you want to plant is flowers. And then she said there are three kinds of flowers that you want to plant in your garden, and you make your garden really amazing, meaning your body. She said probiotics, polyphenols, and prebiotics. Now, food that contain probiotics, surprisingly, yogurts, sauerkraut, kimchi, pickles, kefas. Those are probiotic foods. So when you get a healthy yogurt, most of the yogurts that have prebiotics, they'll write it on the container and they'll tell you the strength that is in it. So every time you fast, these are things that you can also break your fast with: yogurt, kefir, kimchi, pickles. I mean, for many of us, yogurt is a go-to, so there's no need knowing too many, in my opinion. Polyphenols. There's so many polyphenols, but I think olives beats for me. I like olives, so I don't know what you like for polyphenols. Number one polyphenol here is broccoli, Brussels sprout, parsley, then olives, artichoke heart, dark chocolate. I'm trying to get us the best. Prebiotics. One of the things you see there is this particular food. Where is it again? Anyway, let's stay with what we are seeing here. Let's leave the rest. Asparagus. Those are prebiotics. I was super excited to see that asparagus is a prebiotic. Chickpea. I'm trying to read the ones that we know. There's so many, but we might not know all of them. Garlic, leeks, hummus, pistachios. I was super happy. And cashews are probiotics. That is prebiotics, sorry. Those are really good. I like that. I like the fact that they are there. Then she talks about food that can help build your liver. This is something we really want to take serious, giving our liver the health that it needs. When you want to work on your liver, which is something you want to do from time to time, the best thing to do with your liver is to fast, because when you're fasting, any junk that was in your liver will be released, especially stored carbohydrate, too much energy put there. You know, people who have big belly, they say they have liver disease, right? Or fatty liver disease, meaning they've put so much carbohydrate in their belly. See all those junk bellies? That's the problem. They have too much carbohydrate or insulin or glucose. That's what I was looking for, stored in their liver. Like you and I would say, their freezer is full. They need to start taking things out. So when you fast, your liver is going to be detox, and the most proven, safe, lasting way to lose belly fat is fasting. So, what are some of the food you can eat to help your liver? Ginger, green tea, peppermint, grapefruit, lemons, limes, all citrus fruits, they'll help your liver. What about if you make a green tea, put some ginger in the green tea and some lemon? Man, your liver will be thanking you, right? Eggplant. Eggplant helps to clean your liver. Brussels sprout. Arugula. Woohoo. Kale. Now she comes back and give us a list of healthy fats that you can use to cook and you can also use to eat. The ones to cook: olive oil, avocado oil, MCT oil, coconut oil, sesame, flaxseed oil. Things to eat that can really help you be healthy. I hope you know that the woman's breast, the mama gland, the breast is made up of fat. The ovary is made up of fat. So we need healthy fat for our organs to function well. Number one on the list is avocados. The next is olive. Coconuts. Woohoo! They made it. Nut butters, especially raw nut butter, not the ones that have been contaminated. Grass-fed butter and all the dairies, but they should be from grass-fed so you don't carry hormones into your body. Ooh, this was my best when I saw it. Muscle building food, because especially women, when we get a little bit older, muscles, we need help with our muscles, right? You'll be surprised. Number one on the list, quinoa. Hey, trust me, we have to get some good quinoas. Organic ones are very good. Eggs will help you build muscles. Turkey, chicken, cottage cheese, mushrooms, fish, sea fish, I believe like crabs, I think. Red meat, such as lamb and beef, will help with your muscles. Pork, chia seed, made it. And then tofu. I have to learn how to cook tofu. TOFU. Yes. So these are food that will help anyone to build muscles. Then I promised to read a few things that she has given instruction on how to cure. You want to have babies? She has given you how to fast if you are infertile. Solution, fasting approach to infertility is right there. She gives every instruction from start to end. You have autoimmune disease like arthritis, lupus, and all of that, PCOS. She tells you how to fast to get it corrected. Isn't that amazing? Thyroid conditions. It's right at the back, at the appendix. So you can literally just go to the page, print it out, or screenshot it and start your protocol when you're ready. Thyroid. Can you believe how much people spend for thyroid? I'm telling you. Somebody said I'm on page 105 on the PDF. If you click on the PDF. Chronic fatigue. Those people that are always tired. She tells right here, she tells you how to fast and what to eat. What to eat and how to eat to solve that problem. It's so true that we can let food be our medicine. Type 2 diabetes. Can you imagine the kind of things that you can use fasting to cure? Amazing, right? Brain health, like memory loss, depression, anxiety. This one, I'm going to prescribe it to somebody soon. We're going to work on it because they need help with anxiety. Adrenaline fatigue. Ooh, immune system. Look at the things that she has named that can help anybody be cured from. See, that's why I said the book is not only for women. There is so much more in this book, much more than we can talk about today. But I want to do a recap. This is a loaded book, yes. I also, after reading the book, if you go to the last page of the book, you see that she gives us a QR code. If you scan that QR code, it gives you access to her Fast Like a Girl app. There's a Fast Like a Girl app. My goodness, on Fast Like a Girl app, it simplifies everything. As I'm clicking on my Fast Like a Girl app, if you go to the first page, it will tell you about your menstrual cycle. You put your information, first of all, at the beginning. As you go to the app, they'll ask your personal information. You put it, Now it tells me exactly the phase where I am in my menstrual cycle. It tells me the phase. And then it tells me exactly what their recommendation is. Number one, they tell you their fasting recommendation, the food that you need to be eating, the kind of exercise you're supposed to be doing. I can take a screenshot and send it to those who want the kind of supplements. If you're somebody who is on supplement, they will tell you exactly what kind of supplement. They recommend some even. Then they tell you biohacks, the things that you can do to make your life sweeter. Um, Still on that app, Fast Like a Girl app, there's a place where it talks about tracking your menstrual cycle. You can go there and know what date you are on your menses. And then there's a last part there that talks about lifestyle, making fasting a lifestyle. What does that mean? They give you on that page, they show you the kind of fasting that is available. She talks about 6 different kind of fasting: intermittent fasting, which is common, anywhere between 13 to no, from 2, some people say from 2 hours, or some say from the 1 hour after you eat, but some will say as soon as food leaves your belly, right, gets out of your digestive tract, then until 13 hours, that's intermittent fasting. Or 15, some people will say 13, 15. The number is debatable. Then you get into autophagy. I mean, that's the word that I can, that's how I pronounce it. Fasting, which is anywhere around 17 hours. Then on the page, they will tell you the different fasting. Like, you literally just click and pam. I just click and all of this fasting I'm telling you is there. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different approach to fasting, and they tell you the exact diseases that they will cure with that particular fast. And then they still on that page about lifestyle, making fasting a lifestyle. They tell you the food that you should eat. You just click on there, it will tell you this particular kind of food. This is like the ketobiotic that I told us. If you click on it, it will tell you what ketobiotic is, tell you the food to eat. So the app makes it simpler. Hormone fasting food, you click on it, it will tell you what hormone fasting food are and what to eat during that period. And then exercise, when you click on the exercise, it will tell you, for example, you click on cardio, it will tell you the kind of season, the times that if you should do cardio during your power phase or you should do it during your nurturing, they tell you it's right there and it's super easy. Yoga, weight, and all of that. And then about supplements, like I said before. So to conclude, Daddy has really, really invested in us. He has invested in um, the human race with knowledge. Knowledge is such an investment. If you listen to this maybe on YouTube and you still have questions, please go ahead and leave them in the chat box below, and we'll help you out. It's very important to have this book. I'm telling you, the information is straightforward. Maybe it's your first time hearing it and some things sound like, ooh, that's Greek and Hebrew. It's really not. If you read it over and over 2, 3 times, or I believe that what I've said is really simple, direct information you can use. But if you cannot use it as simple as I think it should, then we'll be glad to help you. Now, remember, this is information that can really change your life. From the testimonies of people that have read this book and implemented this, women that are like maybe in their 70s and their 80s, they'll be like, my goodness, I never knew I could have this level of energy. And the good thing even with the book is that she gives you recipes. There are a lot of recipes in the book in the back. And they are yummy recipes. I'm telling you, I was looking at them, I was like, whoa, this recipe looks and sound, it looks like if you make it, you will enjoy it. So please, let's use this information. I know that most of the people that listen to me, Mama Imma, Pentecostal women or born again kingdom citizens, you say, okay, now, what if there's a corporate fasting and I'm in this circle where she said not to fast? I've said it from the beginning, this book does not replace the Bible. It does not replace the instruction from your community. It will help you to know that you will struggle a little bit much more than the woman in your community that's in her power phase. That's what it is. You also know what kind of food to eat after that, even though you fasted with everybody, maybe for 1 day or for 3 days, you will know the kind of food to be eating. What if during your fast, there was a specific kind of food that you need to eat? It's 3 days, it's 2 days. When you are not fasting, then you go back to it. and do it and gain the benefit. That's what I would say before you ask. But definitely we are open for questions. Those that are in this teaching, I'm going to open for questions. And then those that are listening to me later on, please leave your questions down on any of our media handles that you're listening from, and your question will be answered. Father, thank you for this knowledge. I pray, Father, that it has changed, it has helped somebody. It's going to take us go further. I rebuke the spirit of procrastination. I rebuke the spirit of excuses. I decree and I declare that everyone that has heard will implement and will see results in Jesus' name. Amen. I think that men, if a man listen to me, they'll be like, thank God I don't have a menstrual cycle. Yeah, right. We understand. But remember, if your mom wasn't here, you won't be here. So thank God for women as well. So I'm concluding by saying men don't have to go through this. They can do any length of fast they want at any time. But however, it's very important to also eat healthy, even though you're a man. Don't just eat anyhow. Still eat healthy because it's very profitable. I know that a man has also learned that there are times where you see your wife moody, you see her, don't answer and say, are you schizophrenic? No, it's hormones. Women are not just hormones, but hormones has a place to play. All right. So I'm trying to make sure I answer some questions before they come. And I know I can't answer all. So those are some of the ones that I wanted to trash. God bless you.